Communication will directly impact the amount of properties that you take under contract, which will directly impact the next year of your business. Everybody, this is Zachary Beach with SmartRealEstateCoach.com. Welcome to another Deal Structure Sunday. This Sunday, we're not going to go over a particular deal, but we are going to talk about the importance of communication and when to use which type of communication during your follow-up funnel or your follow-up process. Let's talk about the modes of communication real quick, just to make sure we're all on the same page. So, technology. That is going to include slide broadcast or text blast. Technology should be used in a way to communicate with a large amount of people. Phone calls, craziest thing in the world, right? You're going to pick up the phone and actually dial. Text messages, emails, and in-person meetings. So let's take a look at the top of the funnel. This is when you should be using technology. Technology should be used in order to send out messages, in order to get prospects to respond to you. Once you have gotten them to respond to you, that's when you're going to start bringing in the personal touch. So technology is going to be used at the top of the funnel, which includes slide broadcast, text messages. When I say to use technology, I really want you to go ahead and take a look at all of the state laws associated with slide broadcasts and text messages. It's really important that you understand those and understand the laws as they're always changing. So technology is what you're going to use to attract prospects. Once you attract those prospects, this is when you're going to start getting involved personally. That's when you're going to pick up the phone. Craziest thing in the world. You're going to pick up the phone and you're going to use your scripts and you're going to use your property information lead sheet in order to acquire the information to decide whether or not that prospect should continue to move through the funnel. So picking up the phone, talking personally, that can either be done by you, a virtual assistant, maybe another teammate, but somebody should be picking up the phone and talking to them directly. Then once you've had a phone call with them, that's when you're going to use email. Email is going to be used at this time. Why? Because email is there to clarify information. When you're talking over the phone, sometimes people don't understand the process. So what email does is it lays it out and allows them to understand your process. It clarifies information. That's what emails should be used for, clarifying information. You can also at this stage use text messages because they're already in your funnel. You now have a personal relationship. You can now use text messages. This is when this can be introduced. And I don't mean mass text messages. I mean personal text messages. Text messages are used to confirm and move people through the funnel. They are not used to introduce new information. You want to know how hard it is to explain what a lease purchase is or what owner financing is over a text message and get the result you want? Go ahead and try it. It is extremely hard. Text messages, again, are only used to move people through the funnel, not to introduce new information. So you've had a phone call with them. You sent out an email. You then sent a text confirming they have received this email and also confirming your next phone call. If you've been through or if you looked at our 7 steps to a take-in, it goes call number 1, email, call number 2, which is your follow-up call, which is going to bring me to this part of the funnel. Now you're back to having a phone call because you're going to potentially be introducing new information or clarifying the old information. Because at this stage of the game, it's way more personal. You brought them through your funnel. You're actually having a conversation where you're getting in the nitty-gritty details about their property. So at that stage of the game, this phone call is then going to lead to the next stage, which is in-person appointment. Can you do this virtually? Yes. But will you have more success if you are going there personally or having somebody on your team going to see these properties and sitting down with them at the table personally, you're going to have more success. So that leads to in-person appointments. Now, you don't see me saying you should be sending out a text message or a slide broadcast and then hitting appointments. No, it's important that you use this wave of communication throughout the process. That way, you're able to constantly convert these prospects into deals. So once you do this in-person appointment, at this stage of the game, you have gathered all of the information, and you're probably in the scenario where you are trying to get this property under contract. So at this stage, that's when you can incorporate all three. You can do phone calls, emails, text messages, because you're going to be going back and forth in communication. So if you need to speak with them personally live about introducing new information, phone call. If you want to explain and go in depth in order for somebody to read and get clarification, email. If you're trying to move them and or confirm throughout the process, text message it. So when it comes down to the end of the game, you're going to be utilizing all three, maybe four modes of communication: phone, email, text, or in person. This mode of communication, this way, in order to move somebody through your funnel, will directly impact your business, because you're going to be able to get more properties under contract because you have a personal touch and you're using technology in a way that is going to move people through your funnel. I just threw a ton at you, so you're going to probably want to go back through this video. And if you haven't been through our 7 steps to a take-in, which you can find in our QLS home study program, that is going to match directly with this as well. Having those two together, modes of communication and the 7 steps to a take-in, will absolutely clarify exactly what you need to do on a step-by-step basis and how to communicate with them. I hope you got a ton of information from this Deal Structure Sunday, and you should go ahead and rewatch this just to make sure that you 100% understand exactly how to communicate. So if you're on Facebook and you felt as though you got a ton of information on this, go ahead and like it, comment, pass this along. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. We're bringing you Deal Structure Sundays every single Sunday. It's going to directly impact your business. Also comment on that below. I'd love to hear any questions you may have and your experiences. If you have additional questions on this as well and you want to speak to one of us live, start looking for our Wicked Smart sit-downs. They're on the third Thursday of every single month, where you can hop on a Zoom call with our community and get direct feedback from your questions. So I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.